Hey guys, welcome to today's video, and don't mind if you can't see my face and body. I'm trying to improve the quality of the video so you can only see the stuff on the table. So today's recipe is going to be chocolate and blackberry muffins, and for this you will need 375 grams of self-raising flour. You will need 200 grams roughly of chocolate. You will need 125 grams of butter. I'm using margarine. You will also need 110 grams of muscovado sugar. You'll also need 125 grams of some milk. You'll need 3 eggs, and you'll also need 300 grams of frozen summer berries, which I have here, which didn't cost a lot, but and 2 tablespoons of sugar just for sprinkling purposes. So the way you start this recipe is we need to preheat the oven to 180 degrees, which is 350 Fahrenheit, and that works to gas mark 4. Now we need to just prepare our 12 sort of whole cake tin, and I'm using this deep one here. And I've got some cases that I'm going to line the tin with, which I'll show you later. They are actually quite small cases, which is a bit frustrating. So if you use bigger cases, that will be good. It'll be less messier. But I'll just have to put a lot of mixture into each of the case, I guess, here. So just line your bun tray. And ta-da, we have our lined bun tray, and as you can see, that's mine done now. And then the second step is to just sift 375 grams of self-raising flour into a bowl, and I'm just going to quickly run and get my scale, which I've forgotten. And feel free to skip this part because it might take a while for me to sieve 375 grams of flour with my small sieve here. So just to skip on to the next part if this bores you. There we have our 375 grams of flour. Well, roughly anyway. And I'm just going to sieve. I need to invest in a bigger sieve next time, but I'm using what we've got at the moment. Okay, so now that the flour is sieved, just make a well in the center of the bowl using your 2 forefingers. So something like that. And next we need to chop 200 grams of chocolate. And I'm using Galaxy chocolate, and I've already chopped it here. So I'm just going to add this to the bowl now. Be very careful when chopping chocolate. You need to keep your fingers away from the chocolate bar and not keep them very near the knife. I've learned the hard way. And if kids are watching this, make sure an adult does this for you. So Perfect, now I've added chocolate to the centre. Now we just need to measure some butter, and we're going to measure 125 grams of butter, and this is really margarine, but either works. Okay. Okie dokie. That's roughly 125 grams here now. Now we're just going to melt this in the microwave, so I'm just going to use a mug and I'm going to melt it for about 15 to 20 seconds. So that was done. That was a bit more. That was about 20 seconds, but 30 seconds maybe. Now we just add this to, we add the melted butter to our mixing bowl now. Then we measure out our brown sugar, and we need about 110 grams of light brown sugar, so I'm just going to do that now. And with brown sugar it's a bit lumpy sometimes, so just bear that in mind before adding it to the bowl. You might want to just use a tablespoon to get rid of the lumps before you add it. So I'll use my fingers here, and then we just add this to the bowl. There we are. Then we add our 125 milliliters of milk. I'm using whole milk here. I'm just going to use the same mug as the margarine. So about half a mug will do. There we are. And now we just throw in the eggs too. 3 eggs. And we're just going to whisk it all in now. We're just going to mix and mix until everything is combined. And then that will be done. Our batter then will be done. However, as soon as we've mixed it all, we actually totally forgot to mention, we need to add these crucial blueberries and mixed fruit. So we've got to mix first until everything is smooth, and then we also add 300 grams of mixed berries. So yeah, and then we are actually done. I'm using a tablespoon, but if you want to use an electric whisk, that is also fine. But I feel using a tablespoon, it gives me an excuse to actually eat the cake after, because I'll have burnt the calories by mixing and mixing and mixing, so that's my reason. Okay, so now this is nearly done. Should be, so it looks somewhat like that, and a thick dropping consistency you should have at the end. Okie dokie. Now we're just going to add all the berries. And that's how beautiful it's going to look. Look at that. Just don't overmix too much, because otherwise you'll have very chewy and tough muffins. So I'm just going to slowly mix it all in. And voila, we're done. There we have our mixture, totally done now. Now I'm just going to line my teeny weeny muffin cases and then put them in the oven for roughly 25 to 30 minutes. And just make sure you get a big scoop of a tablespoon, and add 1 scoop at the start, and then at the end top them up if you need to. And if you've got small muffin cases like me, then don't worry too much, just be extra careful though, yeah?